This evening I'm out to explore the ridge of Wooler Knoll and Thornhill Brink. I'll use the old Roman road from Hope to get to Hope Cross and then back along the ridge for an overnight camp on Win Hill. Stick with me so you too can enjoy my trip and overnight stay on a lovely hill in the beautiful Peak District. This afternoon I've parked just north of Hope. The overbridge over the Hope Valley railway line began the walk with a whoosh. This evening is just simply lovely. I feel so lucky that the sun is warm, the skies are clear, the paths are dry, and I'm sure that the route I've planned will provide me with a great adventure overnight with the Wildcamp out on the fells. Looking over the valley on the left, the view of Lewes Hill and the end of the Great Ridge, where I was last night, was dominant in the panorama. The plod up the slope of the old Roman road track is easy, and the views are much more captivating than the track itself. The final flat section past Wooler Knoll is easy going, although quite rutted in places. Hope Cross, such an important landmark in the local area, is clearly seen from a distance. The dense woodland on the northern edge provides such a contrast to the open land over the valley towards Lewes Hill. Right of Lewes Hill is Nethermoor, and further right still is the popular Crookstone Hill, which marks the eastern tip of the Kinder Scout Plateau. I was here last in October during my round Ladybower Reservoir walk. Having checked in with Hope Cross again, I retraced my route a little, but this time keeping left along the forest line, heading for the high ground of Thornhill Brink. Last year I followed the grassy area to start with, but the paths all join up in the corner of the field area anyway. At the corner, through the gate, the next section is easy but surprisingly extended. The trek between Hope Cross and Win Hill takes longer than might be expected. The great views over the Hope Valley were a delight. It's not possible to capture in simple words or video the true brilliance of being out on the fells in the late afternoon sun. The last part of the ascent up to the summit of Win Hill is surrounded by the lovely pinky purple bracken, and then to the summit, marked by a white trick point, appears on the left over your shoulder. From the top, the views north over the calm water of Ladybower, the treetops over the valley forest, and the sunny skies in the late afternoon sun were simply a delight to behold. I was keen to find a good spot to pitch my tent and have my dinner. Just below the summit, I found a spot with lovely views over Castleton. With a cheeky beer on the go, I sorted my pasta meal and then settled in for a quiet night tucked up in my tent. As is quite typical on the fells, the morning mist was swirling around. I didn't delay in packing up my tent and I decided to postpone breakfast until a little later. From the summit, I headed directly east, down towards Yorkshire Bridge. I followed, to start with, the same route that I did last October. A little way into the woodland, I looked around at the junction of paths. Last year I took the route down to the reservoir dam, but today I cut right to contour hug along the path to Aston. A little way along this path, I stop for a brew up of coffee and have my breakfast. Porridge on the fells in the morning is just what's needed to get the day off to a really good start. Following the path further around towards Aston, the views over the eastern edge of Castleton and the cement works were clear landmarks. Down on the road through Aston, I turn right towards Hope. I don't much like bashing tarmac, but the sights and views along the way were a good distraction. Turning right off the road to cut across a wide field down to the railway and then on again across another field, the last bit of the route back to Hope was straightforward. I hope you've enjoyed the views along my trek this time. If you've not yet subscribed to my channel, please do. I've more walks planned. I've left a few notes in the description below. Thanks for watching and bye for now.